get a chance hopefully to, take in practice. And, right now, whatever questions y'all have, I'll do my best to make sure I answer for you all.
Donte, what's just this feel like out here, your first day as head coach?
To be honest, it felt great. I'm grateful for the opportunity that Dr. Foe, Mike and Brandon have, gave me an opportunity. But, the biggest thing also to touch on that is these players, like they're out here competing, they're going hard, the coaches. So everybody has embraced the opportunity that we all have set for us. And, our biggest thing is about going 1-0 today.
What has your message been to the team about how to handle this transition the last couple of days?
Really, we're focused on right now. So what happened yesterday. It's about right now. You can't change the past. And right now, you got a chance to see how these guys came out here and flew around and competed. Right? The energy was high. And I'm thankful, like I say, for these guys that we have on this team.
Donte, how hungry are you to clean up the dumb mistakes? How do you do that? How do you fix that?
To be honest, just making sure that we touch on every little thing. We pay attention to all the little details. And, that's what we're focused on right now. The coaches, I see right now, a guy makes the littlest mistake. The coaches make sure they get on it, right? Whether that's taking a guy out for a play, whether that's taking a guy out for a quarter, whether that's taking a guy out for a game. But we're going to make sure that we clean up every little thing that we see. To be honest, my message is just go 1-0 about everything we do. Life is all about competing, right? So competing, make sure the way we eat, right? The way we train, the way we run, just every little thing we do about competing, about going 1-0 in that. So, that's pretty much my message. We go 1-0 today. If you go out here and compete against somebody else and you win your one-on-one and you look at the end of the day and the practice is over and you sit up here and win 100 reps to 0, then you know what's going to happen on Saturday.
How the players responding to that message?
To be honest, great. I mean, you see guys out here right now smiling, flying around, so they focused on right now, and that's all we can do.
What could lean on for advice in a situation like this where you're requesting to be a head coach?
I've been fortunate to be around a lot of good head coaches, whether that's, Mike Riley, Rich Rodriguez, you you just name it. You go down the list, and I've been fortunate. Chris Alt, right, to be around a lot of guys. So it's been a lot of guys that have already reached out to me to help me, in this journey that's starting today.
You see yourself as a candidate?
Say that again?
Did you alter the practice plan much for today?
We altered a couple things, to come out here and just do the things that we need to do to succeed in this game. That's what it's about, to do the things that, we need to get ready to prepare for Washington State, which is a good team, right? So we have our hands full. So we did what we had to do today to prepare for them.
Donte, what does it mean to you to be, you are the first black coach in USC football? What does that mean for you?
To be honest, it's a humble thing because there's been a lot of guys before me that was probably, that probably did more than I've done to have the opportunity. So it's not just about, me per se. It's about a lot of guys that came before me. It's a lot of guys that will come after me. So it's about making sure I do what's best for this team, for this university, for this community. And that's what I'm going to do.
Now, you talked about liking to be on the field, something looking at the players in the eyes. Are there other coaching changes we're making in that regard as well?
Yes, we added Michael Hutchison, who played here, right? Played here, was a team captain here. He's been a GA here, graduate assistant. He's been a quality control, so we promoted him to linebackers coach.
How does your day-to-day...
Say that again?
Anybody else out of the booth coming down to the team?
No, Hutch will stay up there. We have another graduate assistant that will move up to the box, and we'll continue with operation.
How is your practice schedule different now as a head coach versus what you did as a quarterback's coach?
As far as the practice schedule?
No, like your practice duties in terms of where you're watching or
completely different. I mean, you come out here, usually I was worried about, my particular position group. Now I'm worried about the team, right? No matter what, if it was one-on-ones or the team periods, I was always rooting for my guys. That's the way it should be. It's competitive. And now to come out here and cheer on the offense when they make a big-time play, that's a little different. That's something, I never experienced. So I never got so happy when a receiver caught a ball and a quarterback made a perfect throw. But, that happened today. And I'm grateful, like I say, for these guys. And I was out here pretty much watching the offense a lot more than defense. I pretty much have a great handle on what the defense is doing. Right now, I'll be lying to you saying I know everything, right? I pretty much want to know exactly what the offense is doing from a verbiage standpoint. It's one thing to play against our offense, another thing to truly know their verbiage. So, I'm learning as we go from our offensive coaches, and they're doing a great job of teaching me.
When you stand there watching the offense, what things are you looking for aside from knowing the verbiage?
Really that's the biggest thing. The verbiage, personnel, right? Just seeing how we conduct our day-to-day operations, because I never truly got a chance to see the way they conduct their operations. So I've been so much with the defense. So just to see how Indy's ran, to see, what they're just doing period by period. And those guys today looked great to me. They looked phenomenal. So, and the energy was really, really high on offense, and they was moving around, and that's what I expect.
Donte, when you started,
have input on that side of the ball on game day?
Say that again?
In what ways might you have input on that side of the ball on game day?
It's input pretty much for the whole team. I mean, that's the responsibility that they stored on me, and like I said, these coaches and these players have full confidence in me, just like I have confidence in them. So we're gonna work hand in hand in this. It's not the Donte Williams show, right? It's the USC show. So we're working in this all together. It's no I or me, right? It's us and we, and that's what the whole message is. It's us and we, and what we're gonna do, not what I'm gonna do. What we're gonna do.
When you started your coaching career, was being a head coach always kind of at the top of your list?
To be honest, when I started junior college, being a head coach was not something I thought about. To be honest, when I started coaching, I didn't know if I wanted to coach. I still wanted to play. So, somebody talked me into it, and then from there, I love the fact that I was able to help other people achieve their goals instead of me achieving myself. As a player, sometimes you grow to be a little selfish, right? When you start becoming a coach, you have to put yourself to the side. It's not about me no more. It's about these young men, making sure they get their degrees, making sure they do what they need to do in the day-to-day operations, because it's a lot bigger than football. It's about making sure that they grow as young men and they get their degrees.
Have you thought about the prospect of potentially being the long-term permanent coach here?
Like I say, I'm worried about today, right? I have full faith in USC that they'll do, make the best decision, make the right choice for these athletes, right? For these student athletes. And I have full-fledged, trust that they would do that. So I'm about going 1-0 today.
You mentioned.
We're gonna do one more question.
From a scouting perspective, what are you expecting to see from Washington State coming up?
On film, definitely on offense, they come out here, they throw the ball around, but everybody sees them spread out, but yet they're running the ball just as much as they're passing it, right? Quarterback, gunslinger, right? To me, an awesome quarterback in this conference. They have a couple guys out there, receiver, that can run around, right? Great tailback, right? The O-line's athletic, they pass block well, and on defense, they have a couple guys that are playmakers. They got a 4-year or 5-year starting middle linebacker. So, just that, as a whole, they have great leadership. We're going up there, to their house. The weather's not the best. So just different things like that is stacked against us. But yeah, we're going to prevail, and we're going to show that we're USC.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.